back to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Kia ora, good evening and welcome along to Eventfinda Stadium. The Auckland Tuatara hosting the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Coming off a win on Thursday night over the Airs. The Hawks stopped the 4-game slide, and the Tuatara coming off 2 games that they've lost in quite dramatic fashion in the second halves of those games. And Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank alongside me, and I'm looking forward to this one, Casey. What do the Hawks need to do to have a successful road trip in the round 6 of the NZNBL?
Well, I think it's a pretty simple equation for them. They need to take better care of the basketball, and they have to rebound defensively. If they're not able to start really defensive rebounding the basketball, especially against this Tuatara squad, it's going to be a long night. And conversely, for the Tuatara, similar equation. They need to take care of the basketball. They need to keep these Hawks off the offensive glass, because those extra possessions are going to be where things really get difficult for both squads.
Well, by all accounts, they haven't lost in the green, have the Tuatara. And for the Hawks, this is helping their cause because they get that win. And they get another win tonight. This really solidifies their place in the 6th. So many variables at play, though. So many wins. And you just see it there, Casey. A team with a 500 record is in 3rd spot.
That's right, which means the team in 10th place is only 1 win out of that 3rd spot, technically. So everybody's still in the race. Earlier tonight, the Otago Nuggets did move up to 7-0, and the Wellington Saints did drop to 2-5. So that's the only move on this that we've seen, but it's a burgeoning middle that's only going to get bigger after this game.
Certainly is, and here are the games to come. Tomorrow, a double-header between the Jets and the Bulls, and then the Rams and the Giants. The Giants looking to go 2-0 on the road after getting a win against the Sharks last night in an entertaining game. And then we'll kick it all off again, tip it off on Thursday night. And a revenge game for the Tuatara after the Nuggets came here recently at Eventfinda Stadium and got the win on the road. Looking to go 8-0 will be the Nuggets at home as well. That is going to help their cause no end. Well, for the starting 5 of the Hawks, they will welcome the return via the bench, of course, of Rokawa. So that means Jared Kenny does have some time to rest those oldish legs. Jared Kenny. All due respect to the manager of the Hawks. Jordan Ngātai going for 31 against the Airs. Russ Batch looking to connect from deep, as always, and Hiram Harris, all hustle and heart, along with Ira Lee getting the start. So their bench is looking a lot better for the Hawks, and that can help Everard Bartlett no end.
Which coming against an Auckland Tuatara squad that, as of late, has coughed up a couple leads. So you've been on the other end of that a bit. What do you think you can do against this Tuatara team to keep them down in the hole and get a victory tonight?
Well, you know, it was a great performance from us last night. I felt we did much better in the areas that we needed to do better at. So with this team, it's much the same, really focusing on keeping our turnovers down, boxing out, and I feel if we can do that against this team, allow them one shot, we can have that chance of staying on top of them and keeping them away.
And the one shot really important for you guys. Have not had a great season rebounding the ball, despite having guys who are capable of it. What do you think the big issue is? Is it just boxing out, or is there something else there that you're missing?
Habits. I mean, you know, it comes down to habits, and that's what, you know, we're really focusing and putting a lot of time in our trainings. And that's me as part of a first-time coach. You just feel that as a veterans that their habits should be there. But that's something that I'm learning on my journey, is you've got to reinforce them no matter how experienced, how rookie they are, how experienced. You've got to just keep reinforcing. So Rob Loza, you know, he's massive on the O boards. We know that. That's massive. And like you said, how do we stay on top of them? Stop them from getting second chance points.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the time, Coach.
Well, Hiram Harris will be key to this Hawks win tonight if they can get it over the line. He was 4 steals away, Casey, on Thursday night, away from a rare 5x5. He had 5 blocks, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
He's a fantastic, multi-talented player. He can contribute in so many areas, averaging 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. But it's his hustle, his heart, his tenacity, which really gets things going for this Hawks squad. As he goes, so go the Hawks.
And for the Tuatara, it is a settled starting 5 as well. Charlie Dalton, the young man, getting the start again for an all-star 4 alongside him. Ruben Tarangi will be matching up with Hiram Harris through most of the game. And it is a great matchup between these two fives. Aaron Young is the coach, and he's looking to stop the two-game skid with a little bit more tenacity in the second half of games.
Coming up against a Hawke's Bay team who has really had trouble rebounding the ball defensively. Are you circling that offensive glass as a place that you can hurt them and slow down their transition game?
Yeah, I think that's part of our DNA. We want to be a little bit more physical, get in the right spots, and that allows us obviously to get earlier matchups with our man. It's been a big focus for us this week, and it's a good test against this team.
And from your own point of view, the last couple of games you got big leads that you couldn't hold as you went down the stretch. You coughed those up. What are you going to do this week to, if that situation eventuates, that it won't happen again?
Yeah, don't turn the ball over. That's been a big theme for us in these big losses that we've had. We've done a lot of good things right, but when you average 24 turnovers over the last couple of games, that's what's going to happen. So I think we're in a good place. It's a little bit uncharacteristic for us, and we've made some adjustments in terms of how we want to rotate our guys. Give some of the older guys a bit more rest so that they're a little bit clear-headed in the back end of the game. But no, we feel good about it, and I think we're going to learn a lot from those two losses.
Thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
And here are your referees for this game as well. And we get ready to tip this off. And Tuatara and the Hawks evenly matched on these starting fives, Casey Frank. Looking forward to what will be a really, really interesting game, because once they go to the bench for both these teams, they're a little bit deeper now when they've got Ira Lee, because they've got Jordan Hunt off the bench. The Tuatara, still young and fresh, but also Nick Arrow.
Well, the Tuatara, not yet. Do they have Cruz Pro Hunt, who may be delayed indefinitely? We're still trying to figure that out. But without him to add to this team, that depth still isn't there for the Tuatara. The Hawks, they saw what Ira Lee meant to the team in their win earlier this week.
Good defense on Hiram Harris by Charlie Dalton, but better offense from the Tall Blacks vet.
A big ask on Charlie Dalton to guard Hiram Harris, especially in the post. He's got that veteran noose and a lot of strength on the young fella.
It's Jordan Nartype switching on to Weeks. Jared Weeks has been sensational for the Tuatara this season. Gets 2 there, averaging close to 23 a game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. But Jared Weeks, the Australian, and Nartype with a clean look, knocks that down. Jordan Nartype feeling it.
And speaking to Coach Everard Bartlett before the game, he's asking a lot out of Jordan Nartype. He is essentially his import as a scorer. He's got to do the scoring for this team.
Cam Glidden returns the favor from deep.
And the pace has picked up from the start. Love the way the Tuatara are pushing things and attacking inside and out.
Brusbatch to Jared Kenny. Skip past to Nartype. Oh, Jordan Nartype connects again from downtown.
They really manipulated the defense nicely there, had him going in and out, and then the skip pass was really difficult for Charlie Dalton to get out there and contest.
Ruben Tarangi speaking to a couple of the Hawks players. This is a relaxed unit. I mean, the pressure was released somewhat as Jared Weeks goes deep as well. Trading triples between these two teams.
It is an offensive explosion early. The defense not bad, but the offense just that much more.
Who's next for the 3-ball? Jordan Nartype. The trigger.
Well, Jared Kenny gets a look out of the corner.
Kenny, oh, in and out, but Ira Lee is there to clean it up.
And great crash by Ira Lee there. He has to keep Rob Lowe honest on the defensive glass. If he's not going to box him out, those second chance opportunities are huge for the Hawks.
Yeah, just going back to that point about the Hawks, a little bit more relaxed, get that win, stop that 4-game slide, and get a bit of depth with Ira Lee as Hiram Harris slaps it out off a Tuatara player, off Rob Lowe, and they get the ball back. So Ira Lee comes into the 5, Jordan Hunt comes off the bench. You've got Daron Rokawa as well, who is getting over 30 minutes a game. And then you've also got Denham Brook, gives you a bit of size, a bit of shooting as well.
And Daron Rokawa, of course, he missed the last game for the Hawks with an injury to his knee that he got on at the shoot-around. So not quite sure where he's going to be fitting into the roster today.
Brusbatch misses that. Tarangi with the rebound. Kenny reaches in and is called for the foul.
I think that's a good call there. It looked like he had 2 hands on the arm, tried to strip that ball clean, and was trying to convince official Mikey Graham of that fact. But the whistle goes against the Hawks, and they're back on defense with a 2-point lead. 18 points in the first 2 minutes 40. High octane offense today.
Well, between Cam Glidden and Jared Weeks, they take 18 threes a game. 9 apiece as well as Rob Lowe. The double works. Good defense from the Hawks, the help from Ngatai, and we've got an offensive foul. Rusbatch and Glidden came together, and it will be Tuatara ball.
Then that has been a point of emphasis. You really have to come to a complete stop if you're going in to set that screen. And you have to make sure not to be extending those arms. Didn't have a clean angle of it, but sometimes difficult to set that screen when the ball handler's coming in on the move at a lot of pace.
Weeks gives it to Lowe. Harris on him. Lowe shows on the screen, then rolls. As Weeks with the left hand. Harris gets a block. Had 5 on Thursday night, gets 1 here. Rusbatch putting it up for Ira Lee, and Rob Lowe breaks it up. Glidden gives it to Tarangi. Kenny's back. Hiram Harris gets another block, and Tarangi goes down. He's slow to get back up, but he is coming back to the play with Ira Lee facing up. Hiram Harris, left alone, left-handed, 3-ball is strong.
Well, the pace is electric by the Tuatara. The only question for them is, can they continue this for 40 minutes? They've been off to great starts the last few weeks and petered off down the stretch. They cannot afford to have that happen against the Hawks tonight.
The question is, can we, Casey? I know you can. Oh, the look to Weeks is just a little strong, and it will be another turnover.
And that's a bit careless with the basketball. Talking to Coach Aaron Young before the game, he mentioned we had 20 turnovers in that last game. That is just way too many. If we're going to turn the ball over like that, we're just not going to win games, especially against talented teams. So here they are. They're already out. A few more turnovers than you'd like to see if you're a Tuatara fan. That was number 3 there.
So Nick Barrow in the game. Rob Lowe takes a seat. McIntosh also in the game. Glidden sits down. Okawa out there for Kenny for the Hawks. Just a sole change for Hawke's Bay. But Okawa knocking it down.
First touch, splash. Now that knee of his is heavily bandaged. I think his movement's going to be a little bit slowed down, but not the jump shot apparently.
The unofficial word was he hyperextended it. Said that he couldn't play on Thursday night, but would be good to go for this game. And looks good on the 3-point shot, averaging 30% from downtown, and Doronda Okawa connecting here.
Yeah, look at that nice smooth release from deep, and hyper anything sounds about right for Doronda Okawa. That makes complete sense.
Still on Twitch? Is it still streaming?
Still streaming, I'm sure.
I'm sure he's got hyper fast broadband.
Sky broadband if you're smart.
Wonderful, Casey. That's what we feed each other with. Those little layups as Nick Barrow gets a bucket.
So key if Nick Barrow can be a scoring option off the bench. Really release some pressure from Rob Lowe.
Oh, Okawa couldn't get that to go down, and Rusbatch just unfortunately mistimed his jump. Trying to get the tip off the rim, maybe put it in. Hiram Harris getting in the front of Weeks, no whistle.
Oh, I think that could have been a charge, but the whistle stays in the pocket.
7 now, Tarangi, Rusbatch, Barrow. Hiram Harris comes over. Nick Barrow left it short, but he's going to get a rebound. Oh, wow, look at the hustle from Nick Barrow, and unfortunately, they turn the ball over again.
Well, I love the energy from Charlie Dalton. He had a great crash, extended that possession. Barrow saved it to him, but just need to be a little bit more patient with the ball in hand. You don't have to be in a rush. It's okay to let that turn over. Just don't throw it away.
We might be done by 7:45, Casey. This game is back and forth. These two teams are really pushing the pace. Hiram Harris dropping it off to Okawa. The 2-man game from either side of the floor. It works.
Oh, really good movement without the basketball by Okawa to get into the paint, make himself an option for Hiram Harris on the dump off there.
Here's Ruben Tarangi. Ngatai's on him. Lost the handle, bobbled it. Charlie Dalton under 4 on the shot clock. Charlie Dalton with the bucket.
Man, that jump shot's going to give him a lot of confidence. That's one thing the Tuatara would really like to see him do, just shoot with a little bit more efficiency.
Oh, nice basketball. Ngatai to Hiram Harris.
Show and go with Hiram Harris all over the place. The 2-man game is swapping around between the members, but that's what they're playing.
He's got 4, Ngatai's got 6. There's back-to-back triples. And Rob Lowe and Cam Glidden will come back in. This time it's going to be Dalton and Weeks in the rotation for Aaron Young, sitting down. So going a little bit bigger. Denham Brook out there now. And Jordan Hunt along with Ira Lee. So going a little bit big with the 2 point guards and Kenny and Lokawa.
There's a dichotomy of size out there on the court for this squad. Let's see what the Hawks do with it. Trying to figure out those matchups, I think, is Coach Everard Bartlett.
McIntosh, long two, is good. These two teams are shooting at a great clip at the moment.
Oh, good run, Jordan Hunt.
Jordan Hunt,
What a
Rob
block.
Lowe with the block. Met him up high.
Leading leaguer in blocks, does it again. That's why the Tuatara are second in the competition in block rate.
Glidden. McIntosh feeling it. Knocks that down, Chris McIntosh. A sniper from the corner.
Excellent shooter. Chris McIntosh is a player who I'm a little surprised he doesn't shoot the ball better for the Tuatara. He's an excellent shooter, just needs to get that eye in. Seems to have done so tonight.
And we've got a travel call, a turnover. Yeah, Chris McIntosh shooting just 20% from downtown, but he is an experienced 3x3 player as well. And we've got a timeout, I believe, to the Hawks.
Not quite sure. Didn't see the officials push which one, but what I do see out there are some tasty uniforms. And if you like the uniforms you see, use that QR code. You can pick up a Hawks Bay uniform. Although I got to say, the plain white, they could have spiced it up a bit.
Yeah,
some big wings somewhere. Maybe out of the back, like Daniel Johnson's back tat for the Adelaide 36ers. Anyway, I digress.
One of my favorite tattoos.
Well, off to a really fast start, both teams pushing in pace. I loved what I saw to Rob Lowe chasing down the Jordan Hunt shot attempt on the fast break. Transition is going to be key. These two teams really like to push the pace, but you can slow down those transition attacks if you can get some inroads in on the offensive glass. You attack the offensive glass, because neither of these teams are really good on the defensive glass, so there's an opportunity to slow them down in that respect.
Both these teams average around 17 assists a game. And already the Hawks have 5. They've been moving the ball really well. We're around the middle of the league when it comes to assist rate, with the Canterbury Rams averaging 20 a game. Big game for the Giants up against a very good-looking Rams team tomorrow. This Tarangi gets a clean look. Bit to the right, but Sparrow again. McIntosh chased off the three-point line this time. Tarangi for 3. Left it short. Jordan Hunt goes down, but it will be Hawks ball with Jared Kenny. Crossing over half court. Now finds Hunt. Hunt can shoot the 3 ball. A little strong. Here's Tarangi looking to push it. Rokawa right there on his hip and gets the ball. Rokawa blocked by Lowe again. Rob Lowe with another block.
He is really manning the middle as Ira Lee can't get that one to drop. The rebound, Rob Lowe taking points away and starting transition in the other direction.
Hawks ball. Breakdown between McIntosh and Lowe.
Good effort
defense
there. Yeah, good effort by Denham Brook to jump out, save it, get it back to Hunt. And the Hawks a little bit more deliberate in the half court this time.
Ira Lee one-on-one against Nick Barrow. Nick Barrow, strong as you like, but Ira Lee, the soft touch with the help defense from Lowe closing in.
Dropping that shoulder to displace Nick Barrow as well. He's really going to have to do his work early because his athleticism probably isn't going to get him over that outstretched arm of Lowe.
Glidden felt the contact, no whistle, left it short.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but what a steal by Glidden.
Yes, Cam Glidden.
Tuatara showing a bit of patience, really working that ball around the perimeter.
Rob Lowe in the corner. Ira Lee with the rebound. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. It's taken approximately 2 minutes to get 10 minutes of basketball done, it feels like. Up and down between the Hawks and the Tuatara. Kenny operating at the TAB line. Nice pass. And one for Jordan Hunt. Excellent execution by the Hawks in this first quarter.
Yeah, when the Hawks are making that extra pass and making a concerted effort to hit someone and move off that passing action, they look much better in the half court. That time, Jared Kenny finds Ira Lee on a nice little flash, but Jordan Hunt doesn't give up on the play. He keeps moving, and you see the unselfish play is contagious as Ira Lee finds him underneath for the hoop. He takes the harm, and now he's got a chance for the three-point play from the TAB.
This is that Ira Lee with the rebound, though. No box out.
And somehow kept it and doing great work early on the offensive glass. So the Hawks really damaging the Tuatara there.
Denham Brook with 2 on the shot clock. Oh, tough shot to put up with the defender closing in. Thomas Beattie is out there for the Tuatara. Jared Weeks back in the game. He's going to hold it as the shot clock is off. First quarter winding down. 7 to shoot for Weeks. Low with Lee. Jordan Hunt came over and fouled him.
Rob Lowe with a definitive move late there. We saw earlier in the quarter where he was putting the ball on the floor looking to pass, get to the weak side. Well, late in the clock, just 4 seconds left, he gets this catch here and he attacks immediately. Puts it on the floor right to the cup. Not looking for anybody else. Takes the contact, the hoop, the harm, and now his own chance for the three-point play, and that foul was on Ira Lee, not Jordan Hunt. So both guys involved. Regardless, three-point play for Rob Lowe.
Lee picks up his first. 2 to shoot. Hunting to put it up, and he didn't realize, and that's just unfortunate from the Hawks there. They didn't get a look to end the quarter, but we will take a break with the Hawks and the Tuatara just 1 point in it. 21-20 to the visitors.
Let's welcome them. Well, familiar with this boys, all you're going to do is run from your end of the court, grab a layup, and then run back to Tama. Oh, whoever's got the vouchers at this point. Right, we want to count you down, guys. The crowd's going to do it. 10, 9, now 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Underway. Charlie on the side. Isaac at the phone. Already got one. Oh, Tama. What's going on here? A couple of vouchers. I think he might have gone 3 on that one. And back to it we go. It is the 2J down the ball. Oh, look at Charlie go. He's got 2 already. Got a few more seconds. And he's look at this one. Coach Shark, I know you're busy at the moment, but we've got a young prospect here for Tuatara future seasons. One hander. Wow, really? It's going pretty good up both ends. I think Tama's going to be hungry tonight. A few vouchers getting stolen here. Here's our next one. This guy's going from the line from the TAB. We're going now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Buzzer beater. Go. Good on that one. And well done to Charlie and Isaac. Wow. There could be a record over here, 6 of them. Let's hear it for our contestants. We've got a few more games tonight as well, so we could be lucky. That's coming up very soon. It's time to get back into it though.
Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. 21-20. The Hawks up by 1. A lot of fun in this first quarter. Just been Casey Frank and the Tuatara and Aaron Young. They've started well in games in this 2-game slide, but they haven't finished strong, but they've got a bit of a fight on their hands.
Not going to be easy against the Hawks. Unfortunately for the Tuatara, 5 turnovers in that opening quarter. But decent field goal percentage looking good, but the Hawks really sharing the ball nicely, and they do so again to kick things off. What a play out of the roll. Great find by Ethan Rusbatch for Jordan Hunt up and over the rim.
Here's Weeks. Hunt on him, pulls the trigger. Hiram Harris with another rebound. And Nick Barrow picks up a cheap foul on him. Hiram Harris, his second rebound. Ira Lee already has 5 in the game.
And a couple of those on the offensive end, doing really good work in there. Actually 3 offensive rebounds in that first quarter, which is fantastic to see. You know, his size on the interior really gives them a little bit more positional stability. You know, they've allowing Jordan Hunt to play that 4, Hiram Harrison that 3 really helps those guys when they get to slide down a bit.
Kenny kicking it out. Hiram Harris misses that 3. Falls to Jordan Ngatai.
A great crash there to get the penalty, the possession going, and then Hiram Harris again.
Now it's waved off. Call for the walk, and Ngatai.
I gotta disagree with that one.
Hot on that one.
I gotta disagree with that one. To me, he looked like he caught that in stride, 2 steps, and the finish. Not sure if we have a replay yet, but the action's so fast we can't really have time. Hiram Harris didn't argue, though, to his credit. A better man than me.
12 points in the paint for the Hawks through a quarter and a bit at Eventfinda. Low. Knocks it down from downtown. And that is going to be problematic for the Hawks if that's going to happen with Rob Lowe knocking them down from deep.
Caught a little rhythm at the end of the quarter with the N1 and now finding it from deep as well. And then in with the steal again. Rob Lowe's everywhere.
Weeks, a little strong, but Barrow is there, just puts it up and in.
And Nick Barrow giving really good minutes tonight off the bench, affecting the game on the offensive glass as well as scoring the bucket.
Tuatara take the lead. More dinosaur than lizard. That's what I've been told.
Sounds right.
And
unofficial.
Tapped away by Lowe, so it will go back to the Hawks' hands.
Rob Lowe has just been fantastic this year defensively. Really getting his hand in on a lot of balls. Already has a steal and 2 blocks tonight. And his contribution offensively is good, but defensively might be more important for the Tuatara.
Kenny, that's a tough shot over Cam Glidden. And the shot clock went off, but it was deemed to maybe hit the rim. As Ngatai, Ruspatch with 3 on the shot clock, misses that. Again, the Hawks get an offensive rebound.
Just annihilating them on the offensive glass, and the easy finishes because of it. That one's going to get called off. Foul before the shot, but these multiple effort possessions by the Hawks are really dampening the Tuatara's game plan, and Aaron Young's seen enough. He needs to go talk about it and tell this team to box out. It's just, here's the foul. You see Ngatai gets around. Cam Glidden puts his hand up. He understood he was out of position. An easy whistle there. Despite all those offensive rebounds, the Hawks still down 2.
Plenty of rebounds going around at the moment in the second quarter. Also, plenty of options for you at Sal's Pizza. Cup pepperoni topping on any large pizza with the pickup. Online only code is Swish, valid until the 17th of May. This Wednesday coming. This is pretty good for the Hawks as well. And not only are they rebounding really well, with a +5 advantage on the glass. They've already got 6 assists in this game, and they're in the bottom of the league thanks to SpatialJam.com. The advanced stats with just 50.9% of their points assisted on as a percentage. That's pretty low. But the Hawke's Bay Hawks feeling it now in a 4-game slide before they beat the Airs on Thursday night. And now they look like they're a little bit more calm, a little bit more poised.
They've looked much more comfortable kicking it on for that extra pass. There's a bit more movement in the half court as well. You know, a lot of times when they got stuck, there was one guy attacking and then 4 guys on the perimeter waiting to see something happen. But you see what's happening now. The ball's penetrating with the pass, and off that pass, there's cutters off it. A lot of movement, keeping the defense honest, opening up opportunities in the post.
Ngatai in the post, sees the double. Ruspatch chased off the 3-point line by Dalton. Tries to find Hiram Harris. Rob Lowe's there again. Breaking it up. Weeks pushing it. Nice movement. Lowe kicking it to Dalton. High arcing 3, left it short. There's about 3 international players giving it to young Charlie Dalton. You love to see it, though.
Great unselfishness. If I'm Rob Lowe, I'm probably going to shoot that shot myself there. He had a great look at it. The advantage was created. I love them trying to get Charlie involved, though. They want him to understand that he's an offensive threat. He needs to continue to look for that shot.
Having a great season as the starter. 4 pros there. Finish from Ngatai is smooth, as always.
Up to 8 points now as he ties it up. That was with the offhand as well. Such a talented player and ambidextrous to boot.
Jared Kenny fighting hard through the screens, especially on Rob Lowe. Now Rob Lowe's going to back him down, and then they have to double off him, and then unfortunately it's Glidden, but fortunately Glidden misses. He is a sniper from deep, and it stays with the Tuatara.
Great hustle there by the Tuatara. Ruben Taremi taking a page out of the Hawke's Bay playbook and crashing the glass, tipping it back in. Just enough hustle to force it off the hand of Jared Kenny as Ethan Ruspatch heads to the bench and Rona Harakawa checks back in.
Weeks to Tarangi. Averaging just under 20 points a game. Rob Lowe averaging a double-double. Too strong.
Good defense there, really forcing him off the spot and challenging the fadeaway to make it even more difficult.
Here's Ngatai looking to bang down Glidden. Hunt, straightaway 3 is missed. Kenny with the rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Hawks, but the Tuatara get a stop.
And just left the ball behind, but it catches up eventually, no big deal.
Glidden to Tarangi again on the wing. This time on the opposite side, he misses.
Maybe Tarangi struggling to find that distance. 0 for 3 now from deep.
Jordan Ngatai misses that. Scoring pace has slowed down now. It was 21-20 at halftime. It's locked at 25, almost at the midway point of the second quarter. Glidden for 3. Oh, nothing but net, Cam Glidden.
I love, they're just on a string there. The motion was perfect. Cam Glidden comes up as Tarangi crashes into the paint. Nice delivery, better finish over extended hand.
Harokawa driving, pull up. Glidden with the board. Tuatara with this 3-point lead. Rob Lowe up high, handoff back to Tarangi. Going at Jordan Hunt with the mismatch, left hand.
Oh, I love to see that attack on the rim. It's not going from deep, not quite feeling it from outside the arc, so I'll get on the rim, I'll get my touch in there and find the rhythm later.
Oh, Jordan Hunt felt like he held his ground. He just absolutely rocked Charlie Dalton, but he's called for the offensive foul.
You didn't see a lot of movement there.
I think it's just the big man on the smaller man.
Sometimes it's unfortunate. You just hit a guy hard and he takes the shot, especially with that flowing moulet. You can really see the whiplash.
McIntosh back in the game. It's Glidden who takes a seat. Beattie is out there as well. McIntosh pulling the trigger, left it short, gets his own rebound.
And just short of the rim, so shot clock down to 6.
Dalton is off as well. That's who the other sub is for. And Ruben Tarangi!
Oh my, is that an inadvertent whistle?
I think it might be. Ryan Jones is talking to everybody. It counts the basket, but he's saying, yeah, it's an inadvertent whistle.
So the basket counts. So can't really tell where the whistle is.
He blew it. I think he might have seen a foul there.
Tuatara fortunate. It sounded to me like that whistle blew before the shot went off. Fortunately for Tuatara and their fans, they get to keep the bucket.
Another offensive foul. This time is going to be on Ira Lee. Just moved before he was set. And it has been a point of emphasis in the last few rounds, Casey.
It has, but it's all about the effect of the screen as well. If there's a lot of movement on a lot of these screens, if you're going to be calling it this tight, it's going to be tough for anybody to make contact.
Tarangi still looking to connect from downtown. Harris leaks out. Oh, good defense from Ruben Tarangi.
What a challenge. Really made it difficult as Weeks is struggling to keep the handle.
Rokawa all over Jared Weeks.
I do like how he instantly goes to complain to somebody else. Really nice pass there. And you see the effort by Tarangi to come back up and make that a difficult finish. Just enough of an agitation to force that off the rim.
That is a marquee matchup between those two New Zealand men's basketball team mates. But Weeks at the line, it feels like, Casey, this is just the second trip to the TAB for either team.
There has not been a lot of action at the free throw line.
I think it's the third trip at the line for either team.
Third total. Just the one attempt for the Tuatara coming in, and 0 for 1 for the Hawks. Now 3 for 3 for the Tuatara.
I think it was that Ira Lee and one missed that free throw from the TAB. Weeks good on the second. Hawks ball down 9. Only 4 points in this quarter. 3:30 to go. Rokawa finds Ira Lee. And then it's Charlie. Excuse me, Chris McIntosh.
Oh my goodness.
Enforcer.
Did not know he had that in his game.
Glidden back in the game and back from downtown.
Well, as they found a little bit of rhythm from deep, it has really extended this lead. 12-point deficit to the Hawks now. Trading 2s for 3s is not going to get it done.
McIntosh picks up the foul on Rokawa. Glidden now has 9 in this game. He's got an assist as well, but
Cam Glidden, 9 points on 3 for 4 from deep. That is quite the percentage.
It certainly is. Aaron Young, though, knows no lead is safe.
Well, that is a lesson that he has learned the last couple of weeks, that's for sure.
That is for sure. They were in control somewhat over the Nuggets. Up 10, up double digits, and then the Nuggets do what the Nuggets do. Put the clamps on and just hustle hard. Rokawa good from the TAB on the second one. And then just an unbelievable comeback by the Bulls in Franklin the week before.
Yeah, we've seen
the round before.
Just teams won't quit. With that 3-ball dropping, you can certainly work your way back in very quickly.
Jared Weeks rattles that down.
All about the triples right now.
7 of 15, Casey.
They're shooting a great percentage, and it is increasing as this game goes along.
Ngatai can't hit that one. The Hawks are now 3 for 14 from downtown. They started 2 for 2. So they've gone 1 for 12 since Denham-Brook gets Nick Barrow.
Yeah, it was moving the basketball well, but we can see that the aggressiveness defensively of the Tuatara has picked up in the second quarter. They're rotating with a little bit more fervor. They're really forcing the Hawks outside of that paint. In that first quarter, the Hawks dominated the painted area. They were all over the offensive glass, getting those second chance opportunities and finishing a lot of layups. That's been taken away. This defense for the Tuatara starting to sag a little bit more, starting to pack it in and challenge those shooters late. And the Hawks have not been able to find the measure for over those late contests.
Well, they're defending the three-point line very well. Usually it's the Hawks doing that. Our whole team's shooting to just 30.5% from deep. TAB, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. The Hawks pretty good from downtown. They shoot around almost close to 37%.
Not today.
Not today, Casey.
3 for 14 at 21% right now. So, pardon me, 3 for 13 at 23%. So,
oh, well, here comes a timely yikes from myself.
Not what you were looking for, and there's a lot of good looks out there. Now, 3 for 13 from deep, 8 for 18 from inside the arc. So even that's gotten a little bit more difficult, especially as Rob Lowe has spent a bit more time around the rim trying to dissuade or knock those shots away. The Hawks are going to...
I'm actually going to correct my stats there.
Let's do it.
The Hawks Bay Hawks shoot 26% from downtown.
Well, that is not as good.
That is terrible.
And that says that they are right on track for that one, shooting 23% right now. But I'd like to see more of those passes to the high post and cutting off the weak side, more movement. They really found a lot of freedom on that weak side I'd like to see him attack there a little bit more. When they're driving on the strong side, letting that Tuatara defense stay set, it's becoming extremely difficult to penetrate and create any easy looks for the most part.
Barrow misses the first. They do have the second best three-point defense, though, the Hawks. The Manawatu Jet at 30.5, that's correct.
The Jets lock it down.
The Manawatu Jets are sensational. From midcourt to the three-point line, they lock you down. They're holding teams to 22.7%.
Yeah, you don't. They barely even let light get out. They're like a black hole defensively. And I'm wondering what that is. It's you know, they've been giving up some decent looks, but just not dropping when the Jets are on the opposition.
Well, they play the Bulls tomorrow. And the Bulls don't shoot particularly well from downtown, averaging just 27.7 from deep. So that'll be an interesting game. And as will the Giants and the Bulls, as Rusbatch misses that. Under 2 minutes to go.
That's going to stay with the Hawks as Ruben Tarangi stepped out of bounds. Once again, using the whole shot clock, but the Hawks, man, they are struggling to create some clean looks late. The defense is just all over them, forcing fadeaways with contested hands, but once again, unable to clean it up on the glass. That is offensive rebound number 9 for the Hawks.
It has been a long time since the Hawks have scored a bucket in the second quarter. They've only scored 5 points. They had the lead 21-20 after one. Ira Lee can't get the bucket. It has been a long time between baskets for the Hawks.
Just a lid on there. Somebody put up the saran wrap and said nobody else is getting in. As the Tuatara continue to find that measure from 3. This is an important minute and a half here for the Hawks to try and dig into this lead.
It's been a 21-point quarter for the Tuatara. Weeks finds low, kicks it to Tarangi. And he drives. He goes around Ira Lee. And Hiram Harris with the rebound. Good defense from Lee. Jared Kenny puts Weeks down. Lowe gets up there.
Oh, flopping technical on Jared Kenny. I love it.
On Jared Weeks, rather.
Oh, sorry, Jared Kenny. Yeah, sorry, Jared Weeks.
But it was Kenny barreling into him.
It was that Jared on Jared crime that had me confused. But the Jared Weeks technical, as we take a look at Jared Kenny comes in.
He went down.
He did go. He obviously is accentuating the contact there.
It's not egregious, though.
But no more so than you would see.
Yeah. But hey, he's probably had enough of it.
Jared Weeks is trying to convince official Ryan Jones that he caught that one in the chest. And
I commend the hustle.
Well, from my point of view, there's enough contact there that even if you don't think there's a foul, there's still contact. Yes, he's accentuated it, but I think there's at least enough contact there that he could be going down. But that is not the way the officiating crew saw it. Ryan Jones calls a tee, and perhaps we'll see less of the fake-outs.
Did we miss the warning as well?
Must have
missed the warning. Ethan Rusbatch could be the answer they needed.
He certainly needed it. 0 for 4 before that one drops. But gets that one and cuts it to 12, which, considering how poorly they shot, isn't that big a deficit.
Love to see Ethan Rusbatch get off. He is a great scorer. Jared Weeks with the ball. And the drive. And the foul, and one.
Well, that burst of speed, especially when he's got one of the big guys like Ira Lee out there on him. He knows if you're going to step out and you're going to have a switch, I'm going to attack around because I have the burst to get by you. And once again, just powers by Ira Lee, who picks up foul number 3 late in the quarter, which is going to be having some implications on the second half, not only in the score sheet, but how much he's able to play once that whistle starts to the turnaround from the sheds.
Well, no one else has 2 on the Hawks, but Ira Lee, that is dangerous territory. Saw it last night with Romaro Gill for the Sharks picking up 3, forced the game to a bit of small ball. Jared Weeks breaking that up. And now Lowe has it. Kenny on him.
Too big.
Give it the too small, Rob Lowe, as you run back.
Well, he had such great post position early. There was nothing Jared Kenny could do, really. 2 for 1 opportunity. The Hawks don't take it.
Hiram Harris, nice pass from Jordan Hunt. Shot clock is off. Jared Weeks looking to push, though. Kicks it out. Glidden holds it.
The veterans They decide to slow things down eventually. I love the push from Weeks, though, just to see if he can get away with something.
And Rob Lowe gets that just before the second quarter expires. And what a half for the Tuatara. They put 48 on the Hawks, and they put 28 on him in that second quarter. And Rob Lowe, the patience, the nice catch around Jordan Hunt. And they'll head to the changing rooms with a nice lead. 17. As Casey Frank gets sorted for his interview. And Casey,
Hawks had the measure early, but a burst of speed by the Tuatara got you guys back in the game and with the lead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's our game plan, just run it down. I mean, get down chance, it's working for us so far, so we just got to keep going.
With yourself, had a couple of clean looks out on the outside. Is that getting created off that inside action first?
For sure. I mean, that's my role. You know, I just spot up and shoot. That's all I do. Just let the big boys go to work, and I'm here if they need them.
What about the block? You got that in your game now, too?
Hey, that's a big Robbie did all the work. I just got the help side.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half, Chris.
well, Chris McIntosh and the Tuatara will go into the changing rooms as happy punters, because they have a nice lead over Hawke's Bay. Really couldn't get the buckets late, and they are down 17 at Eventfinda Stadium.
Oh, James comes out here. Let's hear it for James. Hey. Are you ready, my friend? Are you ready? He was born ready. Right, we'll count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Cooper. That looks good. Is it turning? Oh, no. Okay, we've got a couple more chances, though. That's good. We're going to count you down again, guys. Nice and loud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We need this umbrella. Hey! Hey! Nice. Let's hear it for Cooper. And also James King from Harcourts. Cooper and Co. Our winner tonight, and we'll need that umbrella. It's been hosing down until people got over this week.
Kia ora, welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium, and it is the Auckland Tuatara up 17 over Hawke's Bay. The Hawks having just a 10-point second quarter, and they could not get around that Tuatara defense.
It just got really difficult in the half court. We saw the blocks start to mount up for the Tuatara, ending up that first half with 4 of them, 2 of which from Rob Lowe. But it was the way that they were moving on that weak side, really taking away the drives and closing out late to take away not only the interior, but the perimeter game as well.
Yeah, forced into 10 turnovers. One shining light for the team from Hawke's Bay is 10 offensive rebounds, but Jared Weeks doing Jared Weeks things in that first half.
Yeah, he continues to put pressure. 4 of 7 from the field as he's shooting. Rob Lowe, excellent as well on his 4 of 7 shooting. So both those guys, as Jordan Atai found some distance from deep early, but in that second quarter, nobody from the Hawks could get it done. As just 10 points total. You see the rebounds and great work on the offensive glass for the Hawke's Bay Hawks. They've got listed here at 9 offensive rebounds, so I think they actually had 1 pulled back at halftime. They said it was 10, but that offensive glass work is going to have to continue, because if they don't get that second chance opportunity, they're not creating them on the turnovers. As we see what's happening on the assist, Jared Weeks leading the way. Ethan Rusbatch getting involved there as he was struggling to find his measure from deep. But the turnovers, 9 for the Hawks, just 5 for the Tuatara. And we take a look at that block party that the Tuatara were taking part in.
Chris McIntosh sneaking in over the fence of that block party.
Excited about it.
Love it. Love to see it. Weeks with 2 steals. And yeah, a few turnovers handed out by the Hawks for the Tuatara to snare as well. Little smile there, Jared Weeks. They're in control. They've had a couple of tough losses, though. The second half has not been kind for the Tuatara, and the 2 losses coming into this game. Can they hold their nerve, hold their poise, and keep Hawke's Bay at bay? And we'll be back after the break with that third quarter ready to go for you.
Next up, this one here. It is Shallow Hell, nice! You've scored yourself another pass, 5 tickets. Thanks to Eventfinda. Let's hear it for our audience here as well. And have we got time for one more just to chuck in some donuts, I reckon, tonight? Let's go one more. Quick one here. Right, do you know this one? Audience, what do you think? Okay, any guesses? I think the crowd stumped as well. Let's have a look. They've already won the passes. This is for some donuts on the way. It is Branson. There we go. That was a tricky one. But let's hear it once again for Martin. And Nicole as well. Great sports. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Nicole. And thanks to our awesome event partners at Event Cinema Albany. They're going to go them and 3 friends. Gold star. Gold class star. We are counting down now to the second half. What a start it is for your Auckland Tuatara. They lead by quite some margin, but we need to get the boys home. Alrighty, counting down now, folks, to tip off very soon. But before we do so, we're going to get you to have a sing-along. And if you're nice and loud, you might score yourself some Southern Made Donuts. Tonight's song up on screen, Sweet Caroline. Have a bounce out of the can. Let's get the stadium rocking. What's the sing something. I'm going to sing it anywhere here. Now we need your eyes covered up for the big chorus. And this is next to celebrate donuts. Anyone that sings scores it.
Welcome back, Eventfinda Stadium. Bit of Neil Diamond karaoke going on for Eventfinda Stadium on a Saturday night, and the home team, they're loving it at the moment. The kids are in full song as well. Loving the young bucks, Tom Beattie and Charlie Dalton as well. They have a 17-point lead over Hawke's Bay.
That is impressive artwork, first and foremost, from the fans up there for the young fellows. And the crowd is certainly having a good time. The question is, can the Hawks find a way to make some dents in this half-court defense under Tuatara? Just 10 points in the second quarter. They just had no answers in the half-court. And when that transition game that was so dangerous early in that first half slowed down, the Hawks really had no secondary plan to fall back on.
Jordan Nartai, Ethan Ruspatch, these two experienced international players, along with Hiram Harris and Jared Kenny, of course, need to start to get heated a little bit now, because 17 points is a big deficit, but we've seen stranger things, especially with the Tuatara losing a 24-point lead to the Bulls.
But they're up 17 points right now, and the offense hasn't been great for the Hawks. But worse off for them, I think, is the defense. They've only forced 5 turnovers. This is a Tuatara team that can be sloppy with the basketball. They have to find a way to increase that discrepancy in the turnover game, either by forcing them themselves or taking some of those rebounds and kicking out early. But they need to create a higher percent of the shots than the Tuatara had allowed them to in that first half.
Just waiting until halftime officially winds down, Casey.
They're getting the full 15 minutes here, or 10 minutes, whatever it is.
I think, but do these two teams have somewhere to go after? Is there an aftermatch? The first quarter was so quick.
They were on their way. Well, it is Saturday night in Auckland. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
The world is their oyster.
It certainly is. Now we can get the game back underway. Weeks with the ball. Nartai on him. And we have a clock issue, because the shot clock,
we've got a 1 second discrepancy.
Is 1 second out from the game clock, which just doesn't work. And so after we waited until the third quarter could officially start, we can't have an official start unless we have the clocks aligned.
We got to have everything aligned out there.
We're going to restart the third quarter.
Synchronized watches now. Synchronized.
I mean, is there a glitch in the matrix? Anyway, Rob Lowe has it. Charlie Dalton gives it back to Weeks.
Oh, good action. Really nice action there.
Oh, great pass. Nice catch. And Rob Lowe has it knocked away by Ira Lee's playing good defense as Lee. Now Lowe has to put it up, and he does. That's just the length of Rob Lowe there.
Not bad D. Good job by Ira Lee, but eventually the height just wins out. You're absolutely right. That length gets it done.
Just flips it up and in. Ruspatch to Harris. Nartai. Harris banging down on Dalton. It's a quick spin. And Rob Lowe is, that's just probably one of the best help defenders in the league, along with maybe Sam Timmons. You know, when you got a big like that who's got your back.
It's always good to have 6'11" coming over your back and taking away those opportunities at the rim.
Weeks for 3.
Jared Weeks finding the ball on the reversal. No Hawks within his no-fly zone, and he bangs it home. Well, the defense still solid from the Tuatara. Dalton tries to take the charge there. It doesn't get pinged to the
Dalton
whistle himself.
Went down on the floor, and Lowe fires it to Charlie Dalton, who catches it.
What a dime there. Rob Lowe finding Cam Glidden on the baseline.
Some of this passing, this action that you're seeing from the Tuatara is just beautiful at times.
They are running the offense as well as they have this season.
They have a 24-point lead now.
The Hawks have really no way to create easy buckets right now. It is a struggle for them in the half court.
Rusbatch chased off the three-point line. Hiram Harris trying to get it done. It is hard work in there for the likes of Hiram Harris.
Well, Rob Lowe's just sitting and waiting. He knows eventually the Hawks have to come to the rim, and he's waiting.
Oh, Rob Lowe banks down another three. 15 for Lowe now, and timeout Everard Bartlett. He's seen enough. They're down 27 now.
The body language not great for the Hawks. GM and point guard Jared Kenny trying to clap his team into it, get a little bit of fire, get a bit of energy, but they just do not have the answers right now, and you can see them getting despondent as that lead grows and grows to 27 points. What a start here to the second half. A 10-0 run to open things off in this first couple of minutes. And they're doing it from deep, they're doing it on the back door, just a lot of movement. Not really sure how the Hawks are going to make inroads from what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, 15 for Lowe. Glidden has 11, Weeks has 16. And a good spread for the Hawks, but they have not scored. And in this third quarter, they only had 10 in the second. They started really nicely.
Yeah, they had those fast break opportunities. They were getting decent looks, but as the game's gone along, we've seen the Tuatara do a better job at the point of attack defensively. They haven't had to send that rotational help. And because they've been able to guard one-on-one, we've seen a complete lack of easy looks for the Hawks. They just haven't been able to generate those high-efficiency shots at the basket without being contested or open looks from deep.
Rusbatch to Hunt. Rokawa off the bench with Hunt. Rokawa's shot won't drop. Tuatara rebound. Weeks. Dalton. Hiram Harris, just a wall. Strips the young man.
You've got to be careful putting the ball on the floor on Hiram Harris. He's got those quick hands and he'll snake it back from you.
Ngatai, Rob Lowe again on the contest.
We'll just really see the agitation he is causing the shooters when he's in that vicinity. Look at the ball movement, man. It is fantastic.
Oh, he banks it in. Of course he did. I hope he called bank.
He certainly did not, but it counts none the same. And the ball movement, still a thing of beauty if the bank shot was not.
The lead is 30. Rusbatch, too strong. Hiram Harris with a rebound.
The scrambling defense of the Tuatara, excellent. Really not getting beat anywhere.
Oh, Glidden just strips Rokawa. Weeks for three. Oh, it's just raining triples for the Tuatara. And the Hawke's Bay Hawks can't do anything about it.
Well, they're trying to get a little bit more gambly. They went for the steal there, but that left Weeks wide open on the perimeter. The second rotation, not where it needs to be. Oh, you got to shoot that, Jordan Hunt.
Rusbatch. Ethan Rusbatch swishes that three.
And wrong IM, he kicks it out. Ethan Rusbatch takes advantage, but an easy look creates an even easier look. At least that one dropped anyway.
Weeks kicks it to Lowe, gives him a little head fake, puts up a runner, and the Hawks get a stop.
Oh, nice pass there. Is that going to work?
Jordan Hunt could have come down with it, but he decided to catch and shoot. It didn't work on the reverse.
Yeah, I don't think he knew exactly where he was on the court.
Tarangi double clutch. Can't get the tip in, and Rusbatch to Rokawa, and Ngatai looks like he took a shot to the eye.
Yeah, I think he got poked on that drive attempt there.
He rejoins the play. Rusbatch is in the corner. Rokawa shoots the jumper from the elbow, and Jared Weeks slows it down.
Almost an 8-second call. Weeks taking his time.
Half a second to spare. Low driving, kicking. Tarangi catches it. trying to keep his feet.
Eventually,
And then he
Jordan Natai with a smile. He got away with the push.
He certainly did. And Jared Weeks plays great defense, and Rokawa's called for the travel. Ruben Tarangi wanders down the end of the quarters. Jordan Natai.
And he's let him know, like, he pushed me with 2 hands as I had the ball there. And Rokawa probably thinking there was a bit of contact on the drive, but we have not seen a preponderance of whistles on shot attempts today. We're taking a look at the free throws, 5 for 6 for the Tuatara, 2 for 4, all the Hawks. So just 10 free throws total. You're gonna have to earn it with some contact. It seems to be the feeling.
Tarangi on the drive. He's fouled. McIntosh is out there along with Beattie. And Nick Barrow, 2 from the bench for the Tuatara. Glidden, any other starter out there.
And for me,
Tarangi.
this is when the Hawks, they have to understand what the offensive game plan is now. No Rob Lowe in the game, attack the rim. Here's your opportunity to get some easy buckets. He's not in the game, he won't affect those drives. Don't settle for those mid-rangers or the deep threes as Ruben Tarangi hits the first for the TAD.
Oh, Ruben Tarangi using the heel of the iron. Both shots from the TAB to great effect.
Well, he's been playing so much golf lately. Maybe he's just working on his short game.
Rokawa did exactly that, case. He challenged the heart of the defense and stares down Ryan Jones. What? I cannot believe it. He did not get teed up. And Ruben Tarangi slashes through, gets the 2.
Well, nice drive again as Ruben Tarangi started to find some space on the penetration, but Dorona Rokawa, I too am perplexed why he didn't get a tee on that one.
McIntosh on Rokawa. Goes around Barrow, pulls up. Ira Lee with an offensive board. Nice putback from Ira Lee.
4th offensive rebound of the game for Lee. And they've cut it to 30. That's still quite a bit. It feels like it's a closer game, despite the size of the deficit.
Tarangi hanging, and Barrow will be fouled by a Hawks player. Just confirm if it is Ira Lee. And it is Ira Lee's 4th foul. And this is not good for Everard Bartlett and his import big.
Right. And they're going to leave him out there? No, they're going to bring Hiram Harris is going to check in. Unfortunately, the Hawks bench is still pretty thin.
Pretty thin.
It's narrow. It's a bit narrow there.
I know pre-game we talked about its depth now, but Nick Barrow misses a free throw from the TAB, but they still don't have enough off that bench at the moment.
Well, they're going 8 deep now, which is enough. We saw that it was enough against Taranaki. And it's not like they're playing against the Tuatara squad that's got a lot of depth on the other side.
True, they were without Doron Rokawa as well in that Taranaki game. But the Airs were just reintegrating as Rokawa knocks down a 3. Anthony Hilliard into the unit as well. So a little bit disjointed there for the Airs as they welcome back Anthony Hilliard, which is great to have him back in the league after a stint in Uruguay in the playoff run there. Beattie looking to drive. Glidden chased off that 3-point line by Harris, poked away by Natai.
Yeah, just needed to take that shot a little too unselfish there. That's a pretty clean look. You can't get a cleaner look than that against this Tuatara defense right now.
Going to say,
well, maybe you can.
Trigger to Rokawa. He's pumped up. Lead is 28 now.
Well, he's an instant offense. He might as well be freeze-dried coffee because he had some hot water and it is piping hot. As Rokawa starting to find it, and I like the excitement. You know, this Tuatara squad, they've played well, but they found great efficiency. It's not about the Hawks playing bad basketball, so to speak. They're out there, they're working, they're playing physically. It's been a bit too easy on the offensive end for the Tuatara. If they can find a way to reverse that while continuing to find it from deep, they'll be in good shape.
25 is the lead for the Tuatara. 2.5 to go in this 3rd quarter. Hoop Heads Wednesday night. Join myself and Casey Frank, Justin Nelson. chopping it up on the latest round of the Sal's NBL. You can also, as I said last night, you can use it as a get to sleep.
Oh, no way. The gags are way too good. You'll be up all night.
Yours are. Leave it at that. 69-44.
Will we get the boys home? Not long remaining here in the third
Everard
quarter.
Bartlett and the Hawks
This will be good.
desperately seeking answers here. Rob Lowe as well back into the game. So they made a run. They challenged the rim a little bit, but they started hitting some threes. But Rob Lowe changes everything now for
Back
the Hawks in the
game.
paint,
Yeah,
especially with Ira Lee on 4 fouls.
Yeah, back in the ball game, it's going to get a lot tougher at the rim. But what we saw, it wasn't the rim where the Hawks started to make those inroads. They were getting cleaner screens outside. Theron Arakawa was finding a little bit of separation and able to hit from the mid-range, hit a couple threes as well. Can they continue that proficiency from deep? That is really their only hope for clawing this way and anywhere close back to respectability.
Weeks, Glidden. McBarrow rolling through the key. Misses the hook. Harris pushing. Try to drop it off for Jordan Hunt. We thought it might have gone to Jordan Nartai. It did not.
But Hiram Harris just gets himself into trouble there. You know, I'm not a big believer in every pass you have to come to a jump stop before you let it go. If you've got that athleticism, that ability to hang, certainly jump in the air to make a pass. But when your options dry up like that and you're looking for somewhere to get saved, this is where you get in trouble. And sometimes that juice isn't worth the squeeze. Rob Lowe.
Easy as you like. It's been that kind of game for Rob Lowe. He moves to 18 now.
Just knifing through. Just sets himself up as a relief out of the roll and attacks quickly off the bounce.
Rokawa. Weeks with the rebound. Weeks is the leading scorer with 19 in the game.
Have to move the ball around a little bit more, create a better look than that.
Tarangi off the glass and in.
Strong. Strong move down the cup.
He moves to double figures.
Fourth double figure score for the Tuatara.
10 for Tarangi. Lowe has 20. Excuse me, there's Nartai. Kicks it to Hunt. Rokawa under 5 to shoot. 2. Rokawa needs to get it up. He does. And that will be a shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim, but we're just going to play on. Is it running clock here? I think it is.
I wonder if this might not be intentional.
It's not called intentional.
No, I think Theron Rokawa is pretty fortunate not to have that intentionally. That looked like...
He's having a heated conversation. It's one-sided with referee Ryan Jones, though.
He's not getting the whistles that he thinks he deserves right now, and it's causing some frustration in himself and I think some of his teammates. When you look at the foul count, I think he got a decent argument. Just 5 fouls total on the Tuatara this game. 2
on Rokawa. Lee's got 4. Harris, Hunt, Ruspach, Nartai, Brooke, and Kenny all have 1 each.
So that's
everyone's got a foul on the Hawks except for Kobe Kara, who has not made an appearance in this game.
That is a 12-5 foul count in this one. As we have a Sky City player timeout. Or do we? Oh no, we're just talking about things with an official over there. I'm not sure exactly what's happened.
The score bench made a signal. I think the game clock was out.
Just outside, checking out the weather. It's back now. Official Brad Clive there. He's going to figure things out. It's almost sussed. And sussed. And not sussed. Going to talk about it some more.
It's just a malfunction, so they are resetting, according to Ryan Jones. Appreciate the communications from the referees to the broadcast booth.
He looked over and saw we were quite perplexed.
We were always perplexed. I don't know why he comes over. He doesn't come over more often. Check in on us. But sometimes I've got no idea.
Oh, thanks.
It's a frank admission.
I thought you said it.
No, it's me. I said it.
Oh,
it's for me, not you.
A frank admission.
Frank admission.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, wow. It really is a 29-point game, isn't it?
It doesn't feel exactly like a 29-point game, though. The effort's still there. I think part of it is just because the Hawks can't really go to their bench. And the Tuatara, they know that even though they are a grip right now, that has changed quite often as we see the turnover there.
A nice look from Lowe, just a little bit too in front of Cam Glidden. 73-44. Tipped away. Tuatara still hustling hard. 49.7 to go in this third quarter. And unfortunately, the clock on the scoreboard is running down, but the clock on the basketball stanchion is not moved.
Interesting.
Has not moved.
And the clock on the scoreboard's back.
It's back.
We're just, there's just some gremlins in the electricity here tonight.
There is.
Don't feed those gremlins after midnight, guys.
Oh, well, there was a problem with the broadcast last time we were here. In that Nuggets game. It's Rokawa knocking it down. Rokawa. He's got a quarter and a tick to drag this Hawks team back, and I think he wants to do it.
Why not? Give it a run.
Make a push. Hiram Harris, unfortunately, not quite the matchup as Rob Lowe misses that. Between Tarangi and Hiram Harris, we thought we might have gotten, given how one-sided it is for the Tuatara over the Hawks. And Hiram Harris, shot clock is off, bangs into Chris McIntosh and Jordan Hunt, the recipient. He knocks down that three. Here comes Jared Weeks. None faster in the league in this situation. Three ball. It's good. Jared Weeks from deep. No one picked him up. Got the clean look. Knocks down the three.
Unbelievable job by Jared Weeks. Brilliant execution of every single millisecond of the clock. Didn't think he had the time? Well, you are incorrect. Weeksy with the speed.
10 minutes to go. Here is Jared Weeks. Great angle to have a look. He sees it. He squares up. And he knocks it down. We'll take a break. Fourth quarter after that for you. 76-49, the Tuatara are in control. Hawke's Bay just 28 points through the middle quarters after having 21 after one quarter, and they will need a bit of a miracle and shots to start dropping. Rusbatch gets them going, too strong. Ruben Tarangi coming the other way, picked up by Rokawa. Charlie Dalton off the nice look from Jared Weeks.
It's just all kinetic motion for the Tuatara. Really moving well without the basketball, looking for that extra pass, and the Hawks are really having to push that pace, so opening up those because of the overcommitment.
Rusbatch probably just needs a hand in the face, it seems, because he connects on that one.
So finds the measure there. Lead down to 26. But the Tuatara not slowing down at all.
Oh, the head fake and the dish. Charlie Dalton again, and Ira Lee is going to be called for goaltend on that one.
Good call there as Charlie Dalton shows off the athleticism. Thought he might try to give that one a little bit of a rim run. but instead goes with the layup.
6 points for Dalton.
And he's been a valuable contributor for this team all season long. Straight out of high school.
Rokawa getting to work for the Hawks at one end.
Up to 15 now as he is really determined on the offensive end.
Glidden gives it to Rob Lowe. Ira Lee's out there with 4,000. Ruben Tarangi.
Hiram Harris got a little cheeky nip on the knee after that one. Tarangi wanted the whistle, did not get it.
Rokawa was hit by Glidden.
Hey, a whistle for Jerome Rokawa. And no sarcastic applause afterwards. I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, he has been frustrated at times with the lack of foul calls.
And that is the 6th whistle, 2nd on Cam Glidden, who's got 11 points. Just one double-figure score for the Hawks. That is Daron Rokawa looking to add to it from the TAB here.
Rokawa missed Thursday night's win over the years. And Taranaki with a hyperextension of the knee, and he's back. And unfortunately, staring at a bit of a deficit now. 83-56. It's 27 again.
Well, it's just one possession at a time for the Hawks. You can't get it all back at once. But you can make inroads every single play.
Weeks.
That could be 3 seconds in the key on Dalton. Doesn't get whistled, but Hawks ball the other way.
Too strong. Jared Kenny. Here's Rokawa again. Tarangi on him. Rusbatch. Loves the wing, does Ethan Rusbatch.
Starting to find the measure from deep are the Hawks. And now we're down to 24.
I would say loves the chicken wings, but Ethan Rusbatch is plant powered.
He is, completely.
So he's loving that pea protein wing. Reconstituted.
That is
battered.
Not an easy look. That is a hand right in his face. Not a lot of space, but he makes it look easy when it leaves the hand.
Oh, Jared Weeks. Can't get that to go down. Easiest shot of the night for him. Ethan Rusbatch.
A good transition defense by the Tuatara. Hustling back despite the big lead.
Kenny with a hesitation. Puts it up and in. Jared Kenny, player manager.
Well, the Hezi gets it done with the left. Rob Lowe back there, but he can't get around. Ira Lee's night is over.
Ira Lee, not the way you want to get your 5th foul. But Ira Lee with just 6 points in this game. Hampered by foul trouble, 7 rebounds. And he will take a seat. Hasn't been a kind night for Ira Lee.
That is the official recognition that that is his 5th personal foul. And we've got a timeout to the Hawks at the same time.
Jordan Hunt comes into the game for him after that timeout. 83-61. 22 is the lead now.
Clawing their way back in.
Clawing their way back in, Casey.
When you're on the team that's behind in a big game like this, if you're down 30 points, you're not quitting, but you're looking like, all right, well, what can we do? Maybe the win's not on our side. How can we chip into this? It's at 30 now. Can we get it to 20? And then you work your way. You get down to 22, 20. You've hit that world. Now you look at the next one, and you just look at it one step at a time. You can't look at the entirety of the mountain and think you're going to climb it. You just look at that next little wee part of the path, see what happens. You can't get there. And if you need energy to do it, why don't you get yourself a cup of pepperoni topping on any large pizza? That's the Sal's weekly special this week with that online called Swish. Now, question, with the cup pepperoni, does it have to come with the jalapenos? Or do you get can you get those or not? You got that information for me?
So it's 7:16 to go in this 4th quarter. 83-61. I believe it says T's and C's apply in the bottom right-hand corner of that promotion. So by all means, Casey, you can log on and have a look yourself.
Okay.
Let's play and commentate some basketball. Ruben Tarangi. McIntosh gives it to Beattie. Beattie off the bench, left it short. Rob Lowe fighting for that rebound in amongst three Hawks. And gets the and one. It's waved off. Offensive foul.
Rob Lowe does not believe it, but to me it did look like he swung that elbow a little bit to clear that space. See if we take here, you see right here, look at this move right here. See that little chicken wing? Just enough, and he is not plant powered. He'll eat a chicken wing. So we could go with that, just enough. Probably a tough call, but just in the right position was Jordan Natai, and more often than not, if it looks like a foul, it's gonna get whistled as a foul.
Here's Natai, left-hand drive.
Oh, Hiram Harris working so hard.
The lefty shoots again, Natai misses that. Glidden for the long outlet as Ruben Tarangi streaked up the floor. Now the Tuatara control the shot clock, winding this down as Tarangi puts it off the glass and in. Foul of contact and could not get the call, but he gets the bucket anyway.
Displays a soft touch while he does it. Jared Kenny can't get the kiss off the glass, but takes the harm, and he'll head to the TAB for a couple of attempts.
Jared Kenny, a rare shot put up by him. He plays hard defense and controls everything else, but does not put up a lot of shots, just Jared Kenny.
He's got just 5 shots today, 1 for 5 from the field, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists, a steal. Always filling it in.
Plus he's got to do all the paperwork, the admin.
He does have to do a lot of
details,
paperwork.
being the manager. He's got to make bookings.
Oh, technical foul. Did not see who that was on.
Maybe this is when we need Ryan to come over and tell us, Ryan Jones.
Looks a technical foul on Jordan Natai.
Oh, so he's had too much to say, is Jordan Natai.
Oh, you're a father now, Jordan. He's got to set a better example.
And so Kenny will shoot from the TAB after Weeks was at the other end shooting that TAB line.
Didn't see the action on that technical there.
Well, Jordan's a softly spoken man, Jordan Natai, but maybe they had some choice words in the sentences, and it was just enough for the referees to decide, you know what, Jordan, you're teed up, buddy.
Almost Dennis Schroeder-esque.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot.
Nuggets Lakers Western Conference Finals on ESPN, Casey.
It was exciting.
Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Nuggets.
In 6?
In 7.
In 7.
They're just a home team. They love it there.
Oh, man. That looks like an incredibly hard place to play.
Tarangi dropping it and letting the road know about it, too. Nice find from Rob Lowe out of the post to the weak side. The ball movement still excellent for the Tuatara.
Ruben Tarangi, 18 for him, averages just under 20. Big rebound again by Hiram Harris. Kenny left it behind for Harris, behind the back. And Rob Lowe.
Oh, the work is hard. And Hiram's despondent, because the effort is there. This is not a lack of effort that's causing this loss tonight, but there is a lack of execution at times. But really, it's just the effect of Rob Lowe down low, making all these shots difficult. And with less than gleaming percentages from the perimeter, where the Hawks are now 9 for 21 from deep. Most of that damage in the second half. It's just been tough to keep that scoreboard ticking over with regularity.
Tarangi puts it up for Lowe. Nice play. No one up there to contest that with Rob Lowe's length.
Just nobody out there. It's exactly it. It has the size or the athleticism to get up and be a force when he's got that advantage.
Hiram Harris with the dunk. Nice dish from Kenny.
Good cut from the perimeter. There's 5 players on the outside defensively for the Tuatara.
Charlie Dalton into the game for Ruben Tarangi.
All about stretching out these possessions for the Tuatara. Just want to make sure you're getting out of here with no injuries from this point forward. The 26-point lead and 4:30 to go. Trying to use about 20 seconds possession at least. And keep it in your side of the half court.
Will that be a back over? It will be. Cam Glidden just squeezing out some extra seconds.
Always thinking is Cam Glidden.
Natai gets us back underway. And
so I think that's a warning on defending over the baseline.
Right.
I think.
Again. Glidden. Hawke's Bay looking to extend for a mid-court trap on the last couple of possessions. And then, Jared Kenny, unsportsmanlike, over the shoulder of Jared Weeks. Just frustration there.
Just caught him in the wrong spot.
Yeah,
came down on the shoulder, twisted him around there. No play at the ball. They're saying undue contact on the head, I believe. And we'll see this cut through. Nice pass. Yeah, it grabs the face there.
He was just trying to stop the shot going up. And unfortunately, just brought the arm down on Jared Weeks, who cops it.
Yeah, the contact with the head is extremely well watched.
He did apologise to Jared Weeks.
There's no way he apologized.
He did. He reached out. He said sorry. He did. I saw it.
It's a semi-sorry. I don't know.
It's a sorry in my book.
Jared Kenny, he's apologized to me after he's done some things too, but I know he didn't mean it.
Well, that's different though. That's you
That's
on
me.
the basketball floor.
Sure, Jared Weeks is a nice guy.
Yeah. Cam Glidden gives it 2 Weeks. Weeks a little to the left. And here comes Hiram Harris looking to run hard. 4 minutes to go in the game. Time running out for Hawke's Bay here. And Jared Weeks just tried to flip it up, but it's Hiram Harris on the other side who gets it up and in.
Finally able to get over the outstretched arm of Rob Lowe to get a finish on the interior. As Hiram Harris is up to 10 points now.
Weeks. Glidden puts it up. The runner missed everything.
But once again, using the entirety of the shot clock, stretching out every second out of possession. Nice substitution there by Coach Aaron Young, taking away the opportunity for a fast break.
That won't count.
Oh, almost came right back into Jared Kenny on the way back.
We do have a clock issue. Quickly cleaned up though. Back into it.
We're on top of the miscues.
We are.
Great job by the score bench tonight.
Harris for 3. Glidden with the rebound. Lowe runs out. He leaks out. Glidden read it perfectly. That's 2 vets connecting who spent the last probably 8 months, 9 months together at the Breakers.
24 points for Rob Lowe.
Connecting on that one, and Hiram Harris gets the bucket at the other end. 3 minutes to go. Timeout, Aaron Young. Does he know that we have to contractually fill 2 hours on this broadcast?
My guess is Aaron Young is going to see a couple of subs come into this game now. Rob Lowe possibly coming out of this one. Anybody else who is looking for an extended break? Or at least that would be my hope at this point in the game. Up 26 points with 3 minutes to go. Hawks just could never make any inroads after that first quarter. Combination of solid D, the Hawks held to 39% shooting up to this point, and taking care of the basketball. Big point of contention for Coach Aaron Young coming into this one. Up to this point, just 11 turnovers in the ball game.
Yeah, the Tuatara have been really good offensively. They have looked dialed in. They look like they've really worked on ball movement and just having those 4 vets getting it done for them. Cruz, Pedro Hunt, as well. Would have been a nice addition. It doesn't quite look like he's going to come and play for the Tuatara. Still a grey area as well about his status. Coming out of college and then maybe heading back to South Dakota.
Or another university entering that NIL transfer portal. I believe the Tuatara should have an answer definitively on his future in the next week or so. But they are certainly looking to extend their depth. And they need to find someone, if it's not Cruz for a Hunt, someone else is going to have to fill that spot.
Where's Chris Johnson?
I asked Aaron Young about that one, Aaron.
Oh, yeah?
I think the book is closed.
Okay.
I believe his contract that he's got in the Big Three
yes.
is just beyond the pale in terms of what the Tuatara can offer.
Of course.
And both seasons running over across the same time this season, so not a lot of difference.
Ruben Tarangi for three.
And just piling it on from deep. Tarangi's still out there.
This Big Three set up won by Ice Cube.
That I believe that is correct.
Ethan Rusbatch can't connect. And so it's a 29-point lead heading towards the end of this game. Just over 2 minutes to go. Tarangi is out there still with Glidden, but Barrow, Dalton and Beattie. Tarangi just pulls the trigger. Why not? Bangs down another. Shot clock was under 5.
A third 20-point score for the Tuatara. And Ruben Tarangi now 3 for 7 from deep. Performance of the season for the Tuatara. The way they played tonight. I mean, just start to finish, everyone who's touched the floor for them has shot the ball well, made great decisions, solid defense. Just overwhelming the Hawks as this game went along.
Ruben Fitzgerald gets his first action of the night. So does Connor Flanagan. McIntosh, Beattie, Charlie Dalton. So they've rung the changes, Aaron Young, coach of the Tuatara. And their next game is going to be against the Nuggets in Dunedin. And that'll be interesting to see how that goes as Dalton misses that, because their offense looked really good tonight for the Tuatara, and the Nuggets defense is starting to look legendary as they go to 7-0 after the win against the Saints at the Edgar Centre. As Arokawa gets the floater.
Unbelievable efficiency shown by the Tuatara tonight. 57% from deep. 56% from the field.
Wow, wait.
They're shooting better from beyond the arc they are tonight than they are from inside of it. That is quite the sweet stroke. And
yes,
it continues. The onslaught. 17 for 29 now.
Beattie gets the steal after making the 3.
The young fella.
Fitzgerald skying for the cup.
Well, skying.
I give him the benefit of the doubt.
That is quite the benefit.
He ran hard.
That's still not
ruined
skying.
his highlight. I apologize, Ruben.
Jordan Hunt gets around Flanagan for the finish.
Jordan Hunt skying for the layup.
Also not skying.
Come on, man.
When 6'8" guys are laying it up, that's not skying. Come on.
God,
I'm a Grinch right now.
You're a massive Grinch.
No way.
20 seconds to go. Beattie.
Ooh, I like the drive.
He got up there. Left hand missed, though. Let's get Connor Flanagan a bucket 8. Charlie Dalton. Beattie drop it off. Puts up the floater. Can't get the roll. Everyone but Flanagan and Ledger, who hasn't appeared in the game, not on the score sheet, and it was emphatic from quarters 2 to 4 for the Tuatara. They were down 1, 21-20, then they poured on 86 points through 3 quarters to dismantle the Hawks by 31.
Just a clinic offensively, really finding the form from deep. Couldn't ask for a better performance if you were Coach Aaron Young. And once again, the Hawks unable to string back-to-back performances together. Had a big win against Taranaki, but just could not pull it off tonight against the shooting prowess and defensive connectedness of this Auckland Tuatara squad.
106-75. A big win for the Tuatara. for Hawks. Back to the drawing board, unfortunately for them, as they split the road wins, which isn't a bad thing in the Sal's NBL because it starts to get pretty difficult as we head towards the midpoint of the Sal's NBL season. The Tuatara will travel south next round to play the Nuggets, and will be a fascinating matchup between two teams who contested the grand final in the Sal's NBL in 2022. So the Tuatara move up to 4-3. They stay in that third spot. The Hawks, they are now 3-5. Jared Weeks is with Casey Frank.
Well, Jared, the tale of three quarters there. The first one, a close game. After that, you guys just took the regulator off and really pushed on the gas. What was happening out there from your point of view?
Yeah, we had a big focus defensively this week. You know, we're giving up a lot of points, a lot more than we should. So, had a goal of 75 tonight, and luckily Daron missed that last one on the buzzer to keep it solid for us.
A lot of that, I think, had to do with the way you were taking care of the basketball. Did a better job of taking care of it, but didn't do it by losing the aggression, really moving around well. How did you combine those two?
Yeah, definitely. 24 turnovers last week. I think we're the only team in the world ever in basketball to win the rebound count by 15 and have 13 less shots. So credit to us. Coaches are on our asses this week about turnovers. So yeah, big focus.
And just finally about the pace with which you guys are playing. You got Rob Lowe in the middle, but this looks like a team that just loves up and down. You're obviously in great shape, not playing a lot of guys. What do you guys think about the pace where it's at right now? Can it get better, or is this about what you want?
No, we can definitely get better. Yeah, looking to play a lot more through Rob. You know, he's a phenomenal talent. His size, his shooting ability, his passing ability, his defensive organisation on the team, he keeps us all accountable, and, you know, we've got to play through Rob this whole time. It doesn't help that he's, you know, getting 14 blocks a game as well and protecting us down there. So, yeah, good on him.
Well, appreciate the time, Jared. Nice game.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, nice game for Jared Weeks. Rob Lowe on your picture there. And Jared Weeks can go 25 for him. 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and in 33 minutes of basketball, just 1 turnover for the guard who can go and go and go. And 3 20-point scorers. Yep, they're pretty top-heavy, are the Tuatara, but it doesn't matter if they're focusing on their defense, Casey.
Yeah, it seemed like they were challenged during the week, and they came out like a team that was challenged. Saw the way they shared the ball. No double-figure rebounders, but they did a great job in that respect as a team, out-rebounding. Well, actually tied on the rebounds, 38 apiece in this one. Good effort by Hiram Harris, and Ira Lee in limited minutes picking up 7. Quite impressive. If you can afford a whistle, would certainly be up in double figures. Look at the sharing of the basketball, though. Three players with 5 assists. Charlie Dalton doesn't have the ball on hand a lot, but he ends up with 3 himself. On the other side, Jared Kenny, Ethan Ruspatch leading the way, and Rob Lowe, of course, 2 blocks leading the way. Off his season and competition leading 3.1 blocks per game, however, so he's going to have some room to make up. Jared Weeks, Cam Glennon in on the steals. Daron Arakawa.
They gave up,
there too.
Excuse me, Casey, they gave up 16 offensive rebounds, but just 9 second chance points to the Hawks as well. So getting beaten on the glass a little bit, but then still resetting that defense and then still challenging, not dying on the plate.
Yeah, a good job, I think, of just sticking with the plan. Even when they are giving up the offensive rebound, they don't stop defending. They kept moving. And the word that comes to me is kinetic. You know, they just never stopped. They were bouncy at all times. Even when it wasn't going their way, they still kept that energy. And if you see that kind of energy, it's infectious. The team got it as a whole. And on to the next one for the Tuatara. As for the Hawks, except they're going back to the drawing board. They're going to have to try and figure it out as they head into the rest of the games this week.
And it will be the Jets and the Bulls to get us back underway on Mother's Day. Doubleheader, Rams and the Giants. Sunday, that marquee matchup. On the Sunday 6 p.m. game, the Giants coming off a nice win last night against the Sharks. The Rams will be lying in wait at Cal Stadium for them, and we'll get round 7 back underway. The Nuggets and the Tuatara from the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. What a matchup that will be after the Nuggets came here a couple of weeks ago and just did what the Nuggets do. against this Tuatara team who look like they've shifted up a gear. Aaron Young is happy. The fans are happy. Tuatara back in the win column, cementing their spot at third on the ladder. And on behalf of Casey Frank, it is good night from Eventfinda Stadium. Don't forget, it is a doubleheader tomorrow in the NZNBL. Good night.